In today's full flight video, we're going to be flying back from Marrakech to Liverpool in the exciting Storm Claudia.
As long as we're at like 4.
Well everyone, welcome back to a new AviationJack video. Hope you're doing super great. You join me here back on the ground at Marrakech, at the front of the airport here. I thought I'd have a little look around the airport before we head in to the flight. Oh my god, look, there's a random person walking. Hello. I think it's really creepy. Literally just the one. Anything inside the buildings here? It's a bit of a basic scenery. The textures are quite meh. I mean, look at that. It's just a bit... But, do you know what? It didn't cost very much. It was on sale. I wouldn't pay full price for this scenery, but here we are. Yeah, so here we are now at Marrakech, but on a different gate. We're on gate Juliet 3, I want to say, or Juliet 3. Because basically something went wrong with the livery. I kind of updated it and it kind of screwed up and I couldn't get HEY back. So now we're in HATS, different aircraft. So we're going to pretend that we had an aircraft swap on the ground here at Marrakech, and now we're going to reposition this aircraft from a different base up to Liverpool base, which is the plan today. We're going to fly back to Liverpool. Now, fun. This is what's fun about this, is that we have a Storm Claudia currently in the UK, which means that it's going to be quite strong winds heading up to Liverpool. So if you thought this landing into Marrakech on the previous video was hard, just you wait until we get all the way back up to Liverpool. That leads me into the flight plan for today. So we are Ryanair 48 Sierra, cruising flight level 360 with a cost index of 5, 177 passengers. We're step climbing up to 380. And we have a departure of runway 28 on the Nabap 4 Delta, and then arriving into Liverpool on the Pepsi 1 Lima arrival runway 09. I'll let you all know the metas and whatnot shortly. Actually, we can do it now, why not? So in Marrakech, the winds are currently variable at 5 knots, quite calm. It's 20 degrees down here, QNH 1017. And then if we head back to the Liverpool, this is where it's going to be more interesting. So we have winds up to 18 knots, clouds are scattered 1,600, broken at 2,100 and 4,100. It's 8 degrees Celsius and QNH is 1006, and there's some light rain as well that is currently around. So this could get worse as time goes on, but we'll soon find out. Either way, it'll be fun to fly into a storm. Right, let's head into the flight deck then, like this, and we're going to get the aircraft loaded. GSX, we're going to make sure SimBrief has loaded everything up properly, which it has. So let's now request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Boarding requested. Let's go to our trusted EFB over here, system page, sim menu, ground support, and we're going to connect up the electrics. Battery on, ground power on, nav over here, and that looks good. Emergency exit lights to arm. Seatbelt signs on, window heats are going to come on as well. We'll switch on the bleed so it's ready. We're going to set this to 380 and lights to steady. Oh, that kind of rhymed, that's nice. 2000 on the squawk, and we're also going to set Unicom 122.800. That's powered into there. FMC on the left hand page, we're going to start inputting this quickly first. So we're at Golf.
Do you want to board crew?
No. GMM X-ray, and that can dump that in there, pop that in there, do flight plan request, get that flight plan loaded in, and while it's loading we're going to do our payload. Payload and performance, we're going to the weight and balance page. Passengers 177, we've only got one spare seat. And the fuel, so we are taking a total fuel of 9718, and if I just scroll down a little bit, we'll get the rest of the fuel data. So taxi out fuel is always that 143, and then the planned trip fuel today 6599, and then that brings our takeoff weight already quite high. Set payload, set fuel, complete, and then we'll set the rest of that up in a second. Let's load in that route, And since the passengers are boarding already, let's pop on the fuel pumps since the fuel's loaded, and we'll pop on the APU as the aircraft's going to be just a bit hot in that cabin. Activate and execute. We're going to pop in our weight and balance things here. That says 360. I'm pretty sure it's 37. Oh no, it is 36 up to 38. Fair enough. Then we're going to do our departure. So out of here, like I said, we're on runway 28, and we was on the MABAP for Delta. Departure. Execute that one. And then we're going to do our takeoff data. I bet it's going to say that we can't do it. What did I say the QNH was here? The QNH was 1017. There we go. Copy. Takeoff, flap 5, aircon off. Actually, no, aircon on and TS off. Oh wow, we actually did get a thingy. That's interesting. So, select temperature is 38. Pop that in there. Takeoff D rate was 86. Can we not show full? 93.6 is what we want, but yeah, that would do. Takeoff flaps 5, and let's just show ATM. 140, 142, 152. And that's correct. Trim has also been set already. And guys, that is everything done in the FMC. Got VNAV and LNAV on, and we'll set speed up to 152, as that's V2. And we're also going to set data and traffic. Right, well, when boarding has completed, I'll get back to you all, and we'll get this aircraft back up to stormy Liverpool. Just like that, boarding has completed, so it's now time to get the rest of this aircraft ready for pushback and departure. So everything is looking good. APU bleed is on, packs are off, ground power set this to APU gen, cabin utility IFE passes, and we want to now prepare for pushback and departure. Departure clearance requested. Get this back onto the menu. We're going to want nose right, tail left. Oh my god, there's ground. Oh, hang on a minute. Don't worry. Yeah. I was going to say there's now Marrakech ground 125475. I literally just saw it. I thought, oh my god, we're about to push back. Okay, don't worry. Quick change of plans. That's so funny. The second I saw that, he got it ready. Marrakech ground, good morning, Ryanair 48 Sierra, requesting clearance to Liverpool, information alpha, will stand Juliet 3 with a Boeing 737 MAX 8.
Ryanair 48 Sierra have information alpha correct. We're clear to Liverpool, MABAP for Delta departure, initial climb flight level 80, squawk 6473.
Cleared to Liverpool on the MABAP for Delta departure, initial climb flight level 80, squawk 6473, Ryanair 48 Sierra.
Ryanair 48 Sierra, read that correct. Call me when you're ready for push and start.
No worries. So 6473. TA only for now. And guys, let's now do our pushback and start. We're ready for push and start, running 48 Sierra. Anti-collision light on. Right guys, let's go. Parking brakes released. Engine 1 is now starting up, as you can see, looking over here. I'm so excited for the flight back. Not sure if I mentioned to you guys, but the flight time here, obviously in the previous video, was what, 3 hours 45 minutes? The way back is only 3 hours. I had a massive headwind on the way here, so we've got a nice tailwind on the way back. Well, I say nice, it's probably going to turn into a headwind for all that weather around the UK, but I guess we'll soon find out. Come on, max engines, you can do it. Start up. There we go. It's like a bit of a bug there. Oh, why are they looking like that? They were lagging out then. Oh, now they're starting really quickly. Why are they spinning so fast? Cool. Right, engine 1 has successfully started. Let's start up engine 2. Parking brake set. Confirmation.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Disconnect. Right, engine 2 is rising a bit more stable this time, which is good. It's not going mad. Oh, actually, it might go mad. Ready? 3.94. There we go. Yeah, see, that engine didn't start up really oddly. Let's see if it's going to do it really quick again. Oh, I mean, it did do it quite quick, actually. Oh, that flight deck door. Always forget. Oops daisy. Sorry. There we go. Right, engine 1 and 2 have both successfully started. You heard that ghostly sound. We're now going to switch both to continuous. Generator 1, generator 2. APU off and APU bleed off. Packs can come onto auto. Isolation valve off. Electric 1, electric 2. Propeats on. Your damper. Gen 1. And that's looking good to me. We're now going to set flaps 5. 1, 2, 5. RTO. And we'll do a flight control check. Full left. Check. Full right. Check. Full up. Full down. Full rudder left. Full rudder right. Okay, let's get out of here then.
480 taxi to runway 280 via Papa hold Charlie 1.
Taxis runway 28 via Papa and Charlie 1, runway 480. Okay, parking brakes released. There's some weird things going on with this. Oh, I think maybe we're slightly left tilted. Don't know if that's got anything to do with it, but anyway, we're moving. It's quite a short taxi here, guys, so it's literally pretty much just straight out here and then onto there. I feel quite heavy today. And we're going to set ourselves up for takeoff now. Weather, since we're so close. See you later, Marrakech.
Voice monitor advisory 122.8. Have a nice flight.
Unicorn 127. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Ryanair 480. Okay. Oh, not that. Landing lights on and strobe lights on. Weather's already on. We're going to switch on CARA. Okay, flaps 5 set and all that stuff, looking good. There's a checklist there. That's so cool. Oh wow, so we've got before taxi, before start. Yeah, that's quite nice, that. That's quite a cool feature. Alright, let's go 40%. Bit of nose down pressure. Stable. Toga. Manflex. No, Manflex. Thrust set. Not in an Airbus, Jack. Not in an Airbus. 80 knots checked. V1. Rotate. positive climb rates. Gear up. Nice. Bye bye Marrakech. Command A, LNAV, VNAV. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Release the cabin. They can move around. Look how big those engines are. Alright, let's have the big screens. And standard pressure. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy the rest of the flight, and I'll catch you all a bit closer to stormy Liverpool. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the sim. So as you can see, we're currently in the back galley of the Ryanair 737 and the crew are just preparing or finishing their service back here. As you can see, we're going to head and make our way to the flight deck and start planning for the arrival into Liverpool. As you can see, it's basically how we left off in the last flight, cloud like the whole entire way. But that's what you get when it's stormy weather. Let's head over to Navigraph then, and we're going to start looking at what the arrival is going to look like. It's going to be an 18 knot headwind into runway 09 with a 9 knot crosswind, and it's going to be gusting about 28 knots. So it's going to be quite a strong arrival. We're looking at doing the ILS 09 via Wrexham. So actually, maybe not. Maybe something from Keegan would be good, if I can get something from Keegan. Like that. Yeah, Keegan to final. That's basically probably just how we're going to do it, rather than doing Wrexham, because this one will just take us directly into Liverpool from that point, which I'm happy with. So let's plan this into the FMC. Coming down here, it's going to be departure arrival. It's the ILS runway 09. And we don't have any of the transitions, but we are going to go via the Pepsi 1 Lima. That one there. Yeah, there's no transition, so we're going to execute that and let's put it in there. Auto brake 3 for arrival because it's a short runway and it's potentially going to be quite windy and bumpy. Top of descent is not too far away, 83 nautical miles. And at the moment there was ATC, but there currently is now no ATC. So it might come on a bit later, who knows. We've got tailwind of 56 knots as well. We've been in the air for 2 hours and 22 minutes. That's all I'm going to say, and I'll catch you all closer to top of descent. Welcome back to the flight deck, everyone. So we're just passed in flight level 1, 2, 3 at the moment, and as you can see the winds are strong, the turbulence is stronger, and the rain is torrential. I'm going to set flaps a bit early because to get from 7,000 to our end of descent is quite a steep descent, so if we configure earlier with the speed and also flaps, it should hopefully help us not have an unstable approach with this weather. So I'm going to go and set flaps 2 just to help us stabilise the speed. Spoilers are also out. Nice, and then we're also going to grab the landing lights on, runway turn on flights, taxi takeoff, and these two continuous as well. And that looks good to me. It is a bit early, but unfortunately we kind of need to have it early, otherwise we're going to be unstable. Right, we're just approaching 7,000 feet, as you can see, and the turbulence has died down a little bit. It's just a strong crosswind now. Now the second we reach here, I think we'll reduce our speed to 160 knots, and we're going to set flaps 10. There we go. And now the rain's picked up again. And now we're descending down to 2,500 feet. Approach mode has been activated. Obviously we haven't got the localizer or glide slope just yet. Speed is slowly increasing. Whoa. But I don't think it would be too bad. I think we'll be okay. The flaps definitely helped. And then fingers crossed it kind of gets to a headwind a bit easier once we turn the corner. But yeah, we can just about see the ground below us, just about. Not an awful lot of it, but something. Right, let's ding the cabin and tell them to sit down. I mean, for some reason that speed is increasing. And Liverpool's just to the right of us. Shame we can't see much of it, but it's there. Okay, let's configure now for the final landing speed, 136 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch off the wiper, and we're also going to pop out the speed brake as the speed is increasing ever so slightly. There we are. That should help us out. At least we can see more of Liverpool now. It looks a bit brighter over here, doesn't it? We need to open up that flight recorder so we can get a replay. Nice, that is now recording. Right, localizer has been captured. And also the glide slope as well. And we're 10 miles. It's a bit early for the gear and flaps. We're going to do it anyway just so we can configure. So gear down, flaps 15. And we'll set full flaps. And we'll also pop in the speed brake because we don't need that anymore. And we'll arm it. There we go. Like I said, it is a bit early for everything, but in these conditions I think it's just best that we configure early so we get a nice stable approach. Look at that headwind speed, 57 knot headwind, look at that, wow. So our ground speed is only 90 knots. I don't think we're going to need auto brake 3. Auto brake 1, look at our ground speed, literally 90 knots. That's how strong that headwind is, that's mental. Basically a flying Cessna. Yeah, we are going quite slow, aren't we? The runway's just come into sight, just in front of us there. We'll keep the autopilot in just for a bit longer though, until we get full visual with it. And we'll disarm the auto thrust. I'll take control of that one. There we go. Runway's in sight. Liverpool traffic, Ryanair 48 Sierra on a 4-mile final for runway 09, Liverpool traffic. Autopilot disconnected. I have control. Alright, so we're looking for 141. And thankfully it's not too much of a crosswind at the moment. Switch more to a headwind.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown. Why did it zoom in? Reverses. Reverses green. Not sure why it zoomed. Decel. Bit odd. And reverses stowed. Manual braking. Welcome to Liverpool, 3 hours flight time altogether. And we're going to vacate here to the left. A little bit of a float at the end, but we got it down. Liverpool traffic, Ryanair 480 vacated 09. Okay, and now we're going to start up the APU. Strobe lights off, flaps up, and ground or speed brake disarmed. And now we're going to taxi left onto taxiway Alpha. Landing rate was minus 189, so not bad. Not bad at all. Right, I'm going to take a right here onto uniform, and we're parking up to stand 5. Let's just slow it down. It's a left turn here, and then 3, 4, 5. There's GSX ready for us. Let's take off the taxi light. And slow it down. And stop. Parking brake set. Engine 1, engine 2 cut off. GSX.
Deboarding
Did
requested.
request deboarding. And then we want the anti-collision light off. Seatbelt signs off. Pro Peats off. Electrics. Pats can go off. Air session valve. Blah blah blah. And there we have it, guys. Welcome to Liverpool. I hope you all enjoyed this flight from Marrakech and back. It was a definitely interesting sector both times with weather and whatnot, but it was a very enjoyable flight. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye bye.